What an absolute honour, Barry Pulver here, owner of the exceptional brand powered by eXp, with a long overdue welcome to an absolute pioneer and superstar in English British estate agency. Adam, hello and welcome. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Hello to you too, and thank you for inviting me on, Barry.
I couldn't be more of a pleasure from my end. Thank you. Open floor to you. I know enough about you to have been doing this since many of us were born, although I don't know how you start at the age of 2 or 3. But you want to give a little background from you in property, how it's been, where it's got you to this very point today.
Yeah, so I'm 44. I started my journey in 1993 as a Saturday boy at a traditional agency in the UK in Hertfordshire. Not a corporate company; it was a small independent. Went from delivering leaflets to doing the odd viewing when I was age 14, 15, sticking photos onto bits of paper. Opened up an office with their second office with them in 1999, and then built that brand. Yeah, so I felt like I built it with them, and then in 2010 went out on my own and opened up my own office myself. So and yeah, I've still got the same company. So 15 years, entering my 15th year trading, and obviously just under a year ago decided to transform my agency into a brokerage model like you have in America.
So clearly, two things I have to ask. Well, number one's more of a statement. Obviously, all good things come from Hertfordshire. It comes to show clearly, but more of a question. With everything you've done, with having your very own successful brokerage estate agency for 13, 14 years, why did you decide to partner it with us and with eXp?
I think the biggest reason is, I don't know if people watching this understand the differences between the US and the rest of the world and how England and UK run property sales. And I think there's, I've known for so many years, and I first started researching the Australian models and US models back in 2018, 19, and then in lockdown was very much like, oh yeah, I need to go down that brokerage route and have partner agents because there's too many fixed costs. The industry's broken in the UK. The portals of the news around agencies' neck, rising costs everywhere, office costs, everything, staff costs, tax. So when you look at the actual model, I've known for many, many years, it's broken, and the amount of fixed costs you have for the rewards you can get at the end for the brokerage owner is a risky business. So I think I've been looking, even go back 10 years ago when I first started going into self-development and going to courses, webinars, training courses, boot camps, you name it. I was searching for something. I didn't know what I was searching for. I was searching to give me that. And when I came across the brokerage model in the form of eXp, I realised suddenly that's what I've been waiting for. This is the way I can build a future for and help agents. Because my biggest wins has been younger agents come through and progress. So I think this has given me a platform which I can focus on the bits I like, really.
Well, and before I get down to the specifics on that in a little more detail, as we've seen over the last 5 years recording this live, there's been a lot of other now companies coming into the self-employment space, and everybody's the best company, clearly, because every agent's successful, clearly. But what was it that made you choose eXp as opposed to, I'm sure, the many others that have came and approached you and shared with you their vision and what you can do together? Why eXp as opposed to the others?
Well, I had dabbled with self-employed brokers myself, just doing it myself. Realised that was going to be a very challenging experience doing it on myself going forward. So I realised quite quickly that was going to be hard. So then it was, a choice of who to partner with, and it was the people really. Adam Day, I met Adam Day, invited me for lunch. I said I'd go and hear about the new Teams model. I hadn't really dived deep into that, didn't understand it. I got sold, not sold to by Adam Day, but his character and his way of talking, we were talking the same language. I wanted to change. Yeah, I believed him. I trusted him, and I'd had a connection with him straight away, which made me feel like he is in it to help. And then obviously, meeting him 3 or 4 times after that, because it wasn't in the UK at that time, so that I had a bit of time to make a decision, And he said, like, would you like to be one of the first people to join? I said, yeah. I said, yeah. This is just, it just feels right. There was a moment of, this seems too good to be true, at the beginning, and that's when I started reaching out to people like yourself in America and finding out that actually, it's not all make believe. It's not too good to be true. This is just a very clever business model where everyone can win. So, and I think it's the best decision I ever made, to be honest, in my career.
I'm biased, but I completely agree. And I would say the two things I hear more than anything else is, why didn't I hear about this sooner? And is it really too good to be true? And then from your end, being the first, right? Like you say, eXp UK has come along really groundbreaking and trying to pave a new way for self-employment throughout the UK. And then the team model comes along, and then here you are, Adam, kind of as the first and the pioneer. You want to speak a little bit about that and where you see that as a company, about where you see that for you and your business?
And I think, that was the thing, because when he was like, this is so new, and being, I think I'm a bit older than you, but I can't remember, but of our age, we miss. I feel like I missed out on the internet boom. If I was a tech, guru, or learned how to code at age 16, I could have been the Mark Zuckerberg, but that wasn't there. So I missed that. So when this came along, and I'm looking at 6 years time, I'll be 50. I don't want to be running around like I am now, selling houses. I like helping people. So there's been many a time in the last year where I've been thinking, I wish this was available 10 years ago. Because I've been in a different place now, and it's collaboration. So I brought on another team. We've always been quite close, Jamie and I, and now he's bringing his team to my team, and we're working as more of a unity. We've launched a little club, so it just feels like we're stronger together and we're helping each other. And I had a Zoom call last night with someone who's just and it feels like that collaboration is going to be we're entering into a new era. Traditionally in the UK, it's very much you walk across the other side of the road if you see another agent. And if you go to a conference, no one shares any tips, of how they're winning or what they're doing, lead generation or whatever, recruitment. But I think this, it was the eXp UK Christmas party last week, and the collaboration in the room, the screams, the shouts when people won awards, where it just felt a different vibe. So it feels like you're all part of one together, and you could argue you're still, in some ways you are competing against each other, but it didn't feel like that at all. It felt like everyone's cheering each other on, and everyone wants to win. And I've made some great friends in the last 12 months in the network, which I didn't know before. You included. I've spent some great time with you in Miami, and it just feels like you all want everyone to win, and that's what I love about it. I wish it was available to me 10, 15 years ago, because I feel like I found something which, but maybe it's all about the journey, isn't it? The things I've learned on the way is going to help me navigate and help other businesses come in, and people starting their own businesses.
Timing is everything, and the process and the journey. I couldn't agree with you more. You touched on something there. So the C word, the collaboration word, is probably my favorite. Here in America, it's the same. Every real estate agent, even within the same company, you're in the same market, so your competition. I don't know if it's because we're all shareholders here at eXp, but there is something that's very different, that people are genuinely open and want to collaborate with each other. You mentioned about a club. Can you elaborate on that and what you've created, how that's gone, and what the vision is?
Yeah, so there's a few people in the organisation, in eXp, we've got together, we've been, sharing ideas, and so we've sort of formed a club, and it all came down to, we started a golf day, first of all, a golf society, and it just felt different to people at golf society, and we weren't all there talking about eXp, it was just there just to network, share ideas, and then we decided to form an actual club. So there's about 6-7 of us who've all eXp agents, and we formed this club. It's got a Facebook group which is growing. We only set it up last week. We did a lunch event last week. The week before, we did an event in London where we went to a bar and some property. It's open to anyone in the property sector in the UK, not just eXp agents. And just forming a sort of collaboration, networking. And when agents join eXp via our club, then they'll get access to certain other things, so like coaching and other mentorships and other mastermind groups and things like that.
truly leading the way and leading the space in the team and also collaboration element in many ways. So I guess final question now, because I'm always curious. Everybody, you mentioned about the story and the journey, but everyone's on their own journey here, although we're very thankful to be doing it together. So what's your big vision? You chose eXp for a reason. Where's the next year? Perfect time, end of the year. Where do you see yourself in the next year? Then what's the big vision for you, your business, your partners, and everybody with you at eXp?
So, my goals, which I just showed you before we started filming, was I've got a new chalkboard and whiteboard going up in my office. With all the goals going on this month for next year. So it's first of all, my personal goals. I want to cap quicker. When I joined eXp, although my end of year is February, I didn't get going till the summer, so I had quite a short year. So I didn't icon the first year. So my big goal is to icon next year. And in the UK, you've got to do 40 transactions over cap or 400,000 gross. So that's my number one goal for me personally as an agent. For the team, we want to. We've got quite big goals. We're double the size of agents in the year, so we've got 10 of us now. So we want to go to 20. Which sounds optimistic, but we will see how we go. And I always tend to set base goals and stretch goals. So and that 10 is our base goal. We don't want to deviate from that, and so we've got a plan for that. And then the club, we want the club to carry on growing, and the events to grow for there. So, and hopefully that will then bring more agents into the team and eXp as well.
Fantastic. No doubt that the stretch goal will be beyond hit. So final question, open floor to you as well, Adam. Is there any final thoughts or comments or anything you just want to share to anybody who is watching this on the social media channels or on YouTube, just about why you chose eXp and what you feel the future is for you and the company?
If you're looking for, I think being a business owner, whatever business you are, is a lonely place. How I describe joining eXp after being on my own for 14 years, and I've been part of other networks, is I feel like I've got upline support. I've got partners, who are not connected with me. They all, all care, and there to lend an ear, to put you in the right direction. So if you want to have that support, not everyone does. This is the place to be, because I think it just feels different. So I love it.
Brilliant. Adam, thank you. Welcome to eXp.
Thank you very much.